It's week number 7 in the SFL, and it's Showdown Sunday. Hey, don't whine about it. Just do the math. That means twice the hitting and twice the fun. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Cochran has entered the building, but don't be cruel to the championship MVP. Alaska D is at the top of the league at number 2, and they're shaking, baby. Meanwhile, the Spitfire are the kings of the air, and they have great receptions from Jones, Farrell, and Christie. Although the Storm is looking mighty classic, they have a pair of C-class receivers in Klein and Camus. Now, if you ask me, they belong in the SFL's A team. The Spitfire needs 6. When the Spitfire needs 6, they just calculate the numbers for big-time wins with Hunter Jones. It's week number 7 here in the SFL, and the stage is set for football action. I'm your play-by-play commentator today. Alongside me is T-Roy Gaines with Avery Allen on stats. We're in Anchorage, Alaska at the Eye as the Alaska Storm hosts the Indianapolis Spitfire. When you can run it, throw it, and catch it, you are official champion, SFL champion contender. The Spitfire versus the Storm is next, here on the SFL Network, presented by APM Music on YouTube. T-Roy, what are your takes for today's game, sir?
And Damon, we have two teams that are coming off 2 close and rough losses, and they are looking to get back to their winning ways. Indy will get the ball first. We'll see if TD Drew can get the fireworks started here in Alaska.
And we're set for kickoff. Alaska will be kicking it off to the Indianapolis Spitfire and boot it. The kick is up in the air. It goes into the end zones where the return man's going to return it out. And he's down and tackled at the 25-yard line.
And Damon, I'll put the spot receiver, Jet Christie, who's of Leonidas Richards there left after week 6. We'll see if the 6'4", 220-pounder in Christie can get things going here.
And it's 1st and 10 here for the Spitfire. And there's a handoff here to the halfback, and he picks up 1 yard on that play and on the carry. Was Keith Swearingen. Sorry about that. I had my roster sheet as Storm versus Storm instead of Spitfire versus Storm, T-Roy. And trips left here for the Indianapolis Spitfire. There's a handoff here to Swearingen, and Swearingen picks up 2 yards on that carry.
Team.
Are you there, T-Roy? I think we're having audio difficulties with T-Roy here in the booth. There's a look at Alex Dominguez. Trips left here for TD Drew. 5-step drop, throws a bomb down the middle of the field. That pass is deflected and tipped away. And give credit to Ryan Davison with the deflection. And I do apologize. T-Roy is having some difficulties here with his mic. Hopefully we can get him in here pretty soon. It is 4th and 7 now for the Spitfire, and they're going to have to punt it away. On their first possession, they're 3 and out. There's a snap. The kick is up. And there's a return at the 35-yard line. Oh, my goodness, he hit hard. By a gang of Spitfire, brought him down at the 37.
And Damon, here comes the Alaska Storm. Ron Cochran, who finished the last week's game yards, but with no TDs. He changed that TD number starting this drive.
And the Alaska Storm comes out in a heavy run formation. They're going to throw a pass out to the bottom of the field, and that is to Williams, and Williams picks up 8 on that reception.
They call him Thrilliams, and you see one of the reasons why he's a more.
And that's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Alaska Storm.
52 yards, and
There's a 5-step drop here by Cochran. Steps up in the pocket. He throws an interception right down the middle of the field. And he's going to have it out to the 42. On that reception is Johnny Bravo. Not the same Johnny Bravo from the Cartoon Network.
But he made a Johnny Bravo-like interception. Good job baiting Ron the throwing that pass, thinking that he had his receiver. He put the stop to better than what they did in their opening drive.
Alaska, I'm sorry, Indianapolis is going to take over now at the 42-yard line after that interception by Bravo. 1st and 10. Here's Drew down the middle with a big arm, and it's completed. That is Jet Christie on the reception, the rookie.
And we can officially say this. Welcome to the SFL, Jet Christie. Nice catch. In spite of the fact he's about to take a big hit, Indy's now in Alaska's territory, getting ready to score. See what happens.
The Spitfire, 1st and 10 at Alaska's 35. Here in the first quarter. Right at the eye, there's Drew. Dumps it off down the middle of the field and trying to see the number on that player. And that is to the tight end, Dan Daly. Comes away with his first reception of the day, T-Roy.
And nice catch by Dan Daly. He finished last week with 9 receptions for 77 yards in the loss against San Francisco. Short after that great.
3 wide receivers set here for the Spitfire. And handoff is to Swearingen, and Swearingen is tackled in the backfield for maybe a 2-yard loss. Like some words been shared down there by Alex Dominguez. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, didn't hear you talking.
Going against Big Sexy, you're going to have to get acquainted with him. He's very good at stopping the run. Nice hit by him for a 2-yard loss.
3rd and 4 here for the Spitfire. Like running back to the right. Drew right across the middle of the field. He got the reception. And that is to Farrell. Comes away with his first reception today.
And nice. Drew able to hit Farrell as he make the catch and get the first down. Alaska's 24. They're almost in the red zone.
1st and 10 here for the Spitfire. At Alaska's 24-yard line, there's a 2-step drop by T.D. Drew and dumps it off here to Swearingen. And Swearingen's tackled and brought down after picking up 8 yards. And on that tackle is Ryan Davison.
The person I'm going to call the Iceman. You know, Ryan Davison changed his number 27. George, he's made a nice hit there on that play.
3 wide receivers set here for the Spitfire. 2nd and 2 at Alaska's 16-yard line. They're in the red zone and they're beating on the door. And there's a handoff to Swearingen. And Swearingen gets the first down and 4 more down to the 10-yard line. Swearingen picking up the first down there, T-Roy.
The big key to running back success is they're blocking from the people in front of them. Middle line receiver leading the way for Swearingen to get that first down.
Single back at Swearingen. 1-step drop by Drew. Drew throws it to the sideline and got the receiver. And they're going to give him the reception. Getting both toes in. Toe drag swag there.
Nice toe drag swag by Trevor Farrell. He was entering today's game with 668 yards receiving. His total there. Great jobs now. 6 yards away for Indy to get their first touchdown of the game.
Trips to the right here of Drew. Swearingen in the backfield by himself. 42 nickel defense for the Alaska Storm. And Swearingen almost got into the end zone. Stopped and hit hard at the 1-yard line. Give that tackle credit to Ryan Tobin. The free safety.
Disrespectful, man.
That was a hard hit.
That was.
Five-step drop here by Drew. Drew throws it in the back of the end zone. That pass is tipped and deflected away.
And Damon, that's not the end result Indy was looking for. They were within scoring distance, gonna have to sell for 3. But on that previous play, it looks like Swearinger could have had room to roam to his left before he cut it to his right. Fortunately, didn't work out for the Spitfire, as their kicker's going to try to give them the lead.
You can't settle for field goals here versus Alaska, especially not while Alaska is at home, or should I say on the road as a Spitfire. And that kick is up, and it's good. 18 yards right down the pipe, T-Roy. Would you agree with me that Indianapolis is going to have to put 6 on the board, including the extra point, 7?
Yes, if you definitely want to beat a team like Alaska, who are the 2-time defending champs, you definitely need to get 6 instead of 3. We'll see what happens the next time they get the ball. But right now, it's Alaska's turn to bounce back from their opening drive with their INT by Cochran previously.
As our sponsors just came up. And here's a return here by Alaska. And he's off to the races. He's off down to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. T-Roy, I think he's going to cross Hollywood Boulevard, and he does. It's Ryan Tobin for 6. Oh, my goodness, what a return.
Nice spin move by Ryan Tobin. A great return by him. We check out the replay here. He's able to spin to his left right there, completely spin away from number 87 of the Spitfire, and then he was just off to the races. He had 100 my team last week, and he just added on to his total with that nice play.
What a return there by Tobin. My goodness. I mean, he did that spin move, T-Roy, as everyone was going to the right of him, to their left. He did the spin move, and there was open daylight. No one in sight to catch him from behind.
And that was due to number 87 just thinking that he was going to go to the right side, but that spin move caught him by surprise and caught the whole special teams of Indy by surprise. And them not getting the touchdown the previous drive just came back to haunt them. Now they're trailing by 4.
And Alaska is on the board, and it's not by the offense, it's from the special teams. They're up 7-3. They know they was going to strike that fast, and here the Indianapolis Spitfire on the return. And that is Hunter Jones. And Indianapolis is going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We'll see if they're going to get Keith Swearinger in the ball, get him going on this drive.
42 nickel defense is Alaska. 3 wide receivers set. Halfback to the right is the Spitfire. There's a rollout pass, and that pass is incomplete. Trevor Farrell drops it. And Drew is livid. Look at his face, T-Roy. You can see the expression all over him.
And Damon Drew did a good job getting set. Didn't reward him by dropping the ball on that play. 2nd and 10 for Indy.
3 wide receivers set here for Indianapolis. Swearinger to the left. There's a handoff him on a trap play up the middle of the field, and he picks up 1 yard. 3rd and 9 for Indianapolis. They got to get something going. They had a great drive on the last possession, T-Roy, but unfortunately had to settle for 3 points, which was an 18-yard field goal. They're going to have to get into the end zone to at least come out on top.
Had 6 on that.
By 2-step drop here by Drew, and Drew got a completion right across the middle of the field, and that looks like to Daly. Now there's the big tight end on his 2nd catch of the day.
And that was a nice dot by TD Drew to Daly. Number 47 had a chance to pat that ball away and end the drive, but good job by Indy extending it. See how Alaska's defense can respond to that 3rd down conversion.
Two-step drop here by Drew. Dumps it off to Swearingen in the backfield. Swearingen picks up 6. What a hit by this Alaska secondary. My goodness.
Yeah, Demond, I think you're going to need some extra padding if you ever play against the Alaska Storm. They are hard hitters on this other side of the ball, on the defense. And they continue that on this drive.
3 wide receiver set here for Indianapolis. 5-step drop by Drew. Cross the middle of the field. He got another reception. These tight calls here. That time is Christie. What a tight throw. He barely had any room to even get it through there, T-Roy.
Yeah, but that's what T.D. Drew is known for, be able to throw nice patches. Did another one to Christie. That's Christie's second catch. He's definitely becoming a factor in today's game for the Spitfire.
Single back doubles here for Indianapolis. And Drew gets pressure, and he's tackled right as he was throwing the ball. Not going to be a sack. 2nd and 10 here for the Spitfire, and they're right at midfield. 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
And it looked like it was a coverage. Good job by the secondary of the T.D. Drew any lanes to throw that ball, and then the Alaska Storm's defensive line was able to stop him there.
Single back right, 3 wide receiver set here for Drew. Drew on a 5-step drop. Drew gets pressured. He's brought down by big number 95, Kevin Bain, the defensive end.
Indy has to get 6 here, Demond. As you mentioned before, you don't want to sell for 3 points, or in this case, potentially 0 points. They need to get a touchdown here to stay in this game.
There's a 5-step drop here by Drew. Drew gets pressured by Bain, and that pass is intercepted. Out down to the 45-yard line. And that is Andrew Francis. Give credit to Daly for stopping that, coming away with a tackle. Four wide receivers in on the play. 3 to the right of Cochran, and dumps it off here to the halfback. And the halfback over the spin move. He's out and brought down at the 38-yard line to pick up the first down. And that is Robert Merrill coming away with his first reception today.
And the former wide receiver, now turned running back, makes a great play on a swing pass. Spin move there to help him get more yardage. Great job by Merrill. Sorry.
4 wide receivers in on the play now for Cochran. Merrill in the backfield by himself. And the defense in a dime formation. Cochran steps back, throws an out route pass to the bottom of the field, and that pass is caught. And they're going to give him 4 yards on the play. And that is to the tight end, Andrew Holmes, the backup tight end, should I say.
That's what great about the Storm's offense. Every player is valuable. Doesn't matter if you're a starter or a backup. They all make plays here, Demond.
Absolutely. Strong eye pro here now for the Alaska Storm. 2-step drop here by Cochran. Cochran steps up, slots it down the middle of the field, and he got the reception. And this time it's to Jeff Camo. Comes away with his first reception of the day.
Catch by Como. This is his 3rd season in this league. He only had today.
5-step drop down by Cochran. Throws an out route. That pass is deflected. Tipped away. And that was by inside linebacker Aaron Wall.
Yeah, Demond, that looks like didn't go for it. to hunt Indy.
Trips left here now for the Alaska Storm and Cochran. 2nd and 10 at Indy's 25-yard line. Play action play here by Alaska. And it's dumped off to Camo on that 6-yard gain.
Yeah, Jeff Como already equaled his reception total last week, making the mark in today's games. 3rd and short. Will they feed Williams the ball or pass it? We'll see. Oh, Williams on the bench right now.
Looks like a single back tight bunch formation here for the Alaska Storm at Indy's 19-yard line. There's a play action play to the halfback, and he's got a reception down the middle of the field. It's Camo once again. But he paid for it, T-Roy.
Yes, he did. He did pay for it, but he was able to concentrate and make that catch in spite of the fact of the butt whooping he's about to get. As we see the replay, nice catch by him, and then shortly after, got hit. Good job, though. Alaska should be able to punch it in. Will we see number 34 get the ball, or maybe number 20? We'll see.
And Alaska has fooled me twice. I thought Merrill was getting the ball on the last 2 plays, but they've been play action. We haven't seen play action that much, T-Roy. There's a handoff into the fullback, Williams, and Williams crosses Hollywood Boulevard, T-Roy for 6, and he does it in style with an angry bulldozer charge.
And Damon, what do you get when you see a Mack truck and a fly? A tragic ending for the fly, because Williams was the Mack truck, trucking over and splatting that Indy defender. Nice job by him. And Indy going to have to score on this next drive to stay in this game. Alaska's on fire right now.
Great analogy. I feel sorry for the fly.
And let me get a shout out to Disco Fudd. He's one of the few kickers that is perfect in the season. He's 12 for 12 coming into today's game in field goal attempts.
Wow. Hashtag kickers do matter.
Yes, they do.
And here's Fudd on the kickoff back to Indianapolis. Alaska's up 14-3. And there's the return. He's out, down, and tackled at the 24-yard line. That is Hunter Jones on the return, the number 1 receiver here for this Indianapolis group.
Yeah, he did a good job getting into the Indy's 24-yard line. He looked like he might have a chance to bounce it to the outside, but couldn't. But still, good field position for Indy to start this drive. And again, they need to get 6 to stay in this game.
1st and 10 for Indianapolis. 3 wide receiver set here. Shotgun is Drew. Drew takes a 2-step drop, gets pressured. Drew down the middle of the field. That pass is deflected away. And T-Roy, that was Ryan Davison again on the deflection. But Francis almost came away with the INT.
That was almost an ill-advised throw by Jay. Thankfully, it didn't come out on the negative side. They have another opportunity here, 2nd and 10.
3 wide receiver sets once again, running back to the right, Swearingen. 2nd and 10 is Indianapolis. They're going to be a handoff here to Swearingen, and Swearingen's going to pick up only 2 yards on the carry. Knee touchdown before he can pick up the 3rd yard. And Swearingen is only averaging 2.7 yards per carry, T-Roy.
And it looked like Swearingen had a chance to actually wait for his lineman to cut out in front of him, but he went ahead of him, and that cost him a chance to get a big gain on that play.
And that's the end of the 1st quarter. The Alaska Storm is up 14-3 over the Indianapolis Spitfire. And we're heading into quarter number 2 here in Anchorage, Alaska, where there was supposed to be snow for the day. But unfortunately, Mother Nature decided to not allow snow to drop. 7-step drop here by TD Drew, and Drew gets a completion down the middle of the field, and that is to Hunter Jones on that reception.
And great job by Jones making that catch. I thought that was going to be picked by Alaska's number 47, but Jones said not today, as Indy's drive has been extended by that catch.
4 wide receiver set here for the Spitfire. The Alaska Storm is in a nickel defense. Dumps it off to the, is that Hunter Jones? No, it's not Hunter Jones. Looks like Christie on that reception.
And I believe that is Christie's 4th catch of today's game. He's making the mark, trying to fill in the shoes left by Leonidas Richards, who had 612 yards before exiting after week 6. Good job by Christie on that catch.
Here's Drew's getting a lot of pressure. That pass is almost intercepted.
Oh, no.
And that was Ramiro Hernandez coming away with that pass deflection. Almost had that T-Roy. I think that was pick 6. I don't think anyone would have caught him from behind.
Yeah. This may have been too already looking down the field, didn't complete that interception. Usually that comes back to haunt the team that didn't make the INT. We see that happens to Alaska right here.
3 wide receiver set here for the Spitfire. Swearingen in the backfield. 2-step drop here by Drew, and Drew gets a pass completion out to the 45-yard line of Indianapolis, but it's going to be 2 yards short. Farrell did not pass the sticks.
Yep. Farrell, unfortunately, didn't have enough control to turn upfield, and that cost them, and it cost the Spitfire. Is now it's 4th down, too. They got to settle for a punt, not the result Indy was looking for.
Sorry for the ESPN sound in the background. Forgot to mute the phone. That is the ESPN app going off. It gets some of those from time to time. And there's a spin move by the return guy, but he's hit hard in the back. What did he get up? There's Ryan Tobin on the return.
Come on, Ryan. Wave your hand in the air. Wave, call for a fair catch. I was about to sing, but that's not a perfect time to sing right there. Put your hand in the air. Call fair catch. Save your back from a butt whooping. Back spasms ain't no joke. I know that personally.
Single back ace here for the Alaska Storm. 4-3 is the defense. No, I take that back. 3-4. There's a pass down the sideline, and that pass is caught and complete. Look who it is. It's Camo.
And Como Estaz is what Jeff Como said after making that catch. Look at that dot by Ron Cochran. And then Como was able to climb the ladder, make the catch, take the hit, and help Alaska march down the field. Now they're at their own 48-yard line. Good start to this drive. Indy's in trouble here.
Como putting the body on the line, T-Roy, going up for that big catch in the air. And there's a play action here by Alaska once more. And that pass is complete across the middle of the field. And that is to Williams. They love using Williams out of the backfield as a passing threat.
Yeah, last season he was used mainly as a ball carrier, but this time he's doing this season, as you just said, Damon, he is a receiver out of backfield. Even though he's a fullback, he kind of reminds me of like Thurman Thomas, be able to run and catch the ball.
I am loving the play action here by Alaska. It's fooling me up here in the booth, and I got a great view. 5-step drop by Cochran, throws another pass into Williams, up top. Williams puts his shoulder down, picks up the first down.
Second straight reception by Williams. He is a dual threat. Merrill is too. We got 2 running backs who are good runners and receivers, Damon.
Absolutely. Merrill come from the wide receiver spot, so you know he has great hands. Trips left here for Ron Cochran at Indianapolis 28-yard line. 1st and 10 is the Storm. Another play action pass down the middle of the field, and that pass is caught. This time it looks like Optimus Klein with his first reception of the day. These guys are flying high in Anchorage, Alaska.
And they are not afraid to climb the ladder and make that catch. Great job by Optimus Klein. He's definitely more than meets the eye, as the Spitfire secondary just found out. Y'all going to learn today.
What a play. What a throw by Cochran. Throwing it in coverage right down the middle. 2-step drop here by Cochran. Cochran gets pressure. He's brought down. Sacked for 2-yard loss. And that is by the defensive end, James Dunn.
And Damon, James Dunn got it done, didn't he?
Yeah, nice rip move there in order to get to the QB. Great play by the DN.
Yeah, and we also give credit to the Indy's secondary there. It looks like Cochran was going to throw it to Williams, but he was covered, and that gave enough time for Dunn to make that sack.
Play action once more by Cochran. Throws it to Williams. That pass is deflected away by Aaron Wall. And Blake Coat almost comes away with the INT. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to keep his mittens on it.
That's what I was about to say. He's going to need some mittens. He should have had that pick. That could come back to haunt Indy. That could cost them some points. We'll see if they can at least hold the Storm to a field goal attempt.
3 wide receivers to the right of Cochran. Shotgun formation, empty set. Cochran throws it in the back of the end zone. He got the touchdown to Camo. Hollywood Boulevard, here I come. And I'm bringing a gang of Alaska Storm men with me.
Yeah, I think Alaska is just looking to bounce back from that tough loss last week to my team. They come out on fire, offense, defense, and special teams. And that's Camo's 16th touchdown of his career. Nice toe drag swag after making that catch. Alaska's on fire. Indy needs to step it up if they want to stay in this game.
Here's the extra point here by Fudd. Disco, that is. Extra point is good right down the middle. Disco fever. Disco fever.
I would say it'll be Saturday Night Fever, but it's Sunday. You're calling the game on the wrong day, Damon.
I know, right?
Whenever you see Disco Fudd, you know it's going to be a dance party on Alaska sidelines because this means it's guaranteed points for them.
And Fudd gets ready to kick the ball off back to Indianapolis as Alaska has just jumped up 21-3. And you would think he would kneel that down deep in the end zone, but no, Hunter Jones is going to bring it out to the 22-yard line. And let's take a look at our SFL sponsors. Matt Doyle Designs, Media Tech Institute, MeUndies, the world's most comfort underwear for men and women. Matt Doyle Design, official design partner of the SFL. First and 10 here for the Indianapolis Spitfire. 3 wide receiver set. Swearingen in the backfield. Throws a dart, calls him into the field. That pass is deflected. Hit 3 Alaska defensive players' hands.
And the stats guy is being nice to Trevor Farrell. That looks like that's his second drop, but he's only credited for 0 drops. That's 2 drops that I can count on. I hate to be throwing shade at him because I know he's a good player. He'll come back and bounce back for him. It's 2nd and 10. We'll see if he can get a first down here.
Shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver set here for the Indianapolis Spitfire. Looks like Alaska's going to bring blitz up the middle of the field. No, he's going to drop back into coverage. Drew gets hit as he throws it. And Swearingen's going to lose a 2-yard loss because he caught it and stepped out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And Damon, that's probably one instance where the running back needed to drop that ball. Because of that catch, Indy has a 3rd and long situation. They need to convert here, otherwise this game's going to be out of hand.
3 wide receiver set here for the Spitfire. They're going to be a rollout pass here by Drew. Drew throws a dart, maybe 1 yard or right at the line of scrimmage to Christie. You would think he would go downfield. It was 3rd and 12, and the Spitfire basically are a one-dimensional team right now because they're down by 18 points.
Yeah, and they should have gone back to the ground game. It was work from in the first quarter a little bit. They just went to the passing game at the start of the 2nd quarter, and it hasn't been working for them.
And here's the punt. Oh, there's a fumble. He lost it. And Indianapolis recover it. They're going to have the ball at Alaska's 38-yard line, T-Roy.
And Damon, what I like to say on special teams on a punt?
Call for the fair catch.
Exactly. Wave your hand in the air, call for the fair catch. If Tobin would have done that, Alaska would have had great field position. Instead, it's Indy's ball at Alaska's 38. They definitely need to come away with 6 here on this drive.
You're right. They most definitely do need to come away with 6. And what a break for the Indianapolis Spitfire. 3 wide receivers set. Drew is in the in the shotgun formation with 2 backs in the backfield with him. Throws a dart down the middle of the field. It's intercepted. And Alaska said you're not going to have it for that long. And look who it is. It's the guy who muffed the punt. It's Ryan Tobin. What a turnover.
And he definitely lurked TD Drew here. I'm thinking he's the pitcher from that play at Florida State. He called him JD Drew. Sorry about that, TD Drew. But Ryan Tobin also says sorry for a loss there. We'll take that football back. Not the break Indy wanted. Defense going to have to make a big play here. Stop him. They got to stop him.
They're stating in the chat, touchdown or bust now for Indianapolis, but they just threw the INT. And there's Cochran on a 3-step drop. Got some in right across the middle of the field, and that pass is complete. And that is to Camo. Coming away with his 6th reception of the day.
A complete contrast from last week's game. He only had 2. He currently has 6, and looks like he's going to have more. He's a focal point of this offense, at least in the passing game right now.
3 wide receivers to the set here of Alaska, and he dumps it off to Merrill, and Merrill has open field. There's no one in sight. Down to the 30-yard line of Indianapolis. There's a heavy scroll block of the game. Not sure if you saw it, T-Roy, but man, he held the block up just enough for Merrill to get past the guy. Take a look at it.
And here's the replay right there. Great job by the old lineman, number 73. Oh, right there. And that sprung him loose.
There's another one here. I can't see the number. I think there was 59 there on that one. And then 73 came away with another block. He blocked 2 guys on that play.
And I was going to say this to halftime, but Alaska Storm is definitely one of the teams that does a great job getting their running backs involved in the passing game. Not for them just catch it, but able to take it downfield.
Absolutely. There's a 2-step drop here by Cochran, and Cochran got some man across the middle of the field, and it's Camo once again. Jeff Camo with his 7th reception of the game.
And Damon, can I get a shout out to referee number 43? Because he got in the way of that Indy defender right there. You see, and then after that catch and the tackle was made, the ref nodded his head in approval.
That was a strong... yeah, that was a backup strong safety. Mike Lowry. There's a handoff here to Merrill, and Merrill is stopped in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Hit and brought down hard by Ryan Wall.
Nice job by Mr. Wall. But unfortunately, I got to give a little oof to the fullback and the old lineman of Alaska. They was just a swinging gate on that running play, giving Merrill a 3-yard loss.
5-step drop here by Cochran. Cochran throws a pass here to Williams, and Williams got the reception, and he's going to pick up a total of 8 yards on that play. Absolutely right. 3rd and 5 now for the Alaska Storm. I am loving the way how they're using the fullback here. Oh, man.
Yet, both the fullback and the running back able to at least get 7 or 8 yards each time they catch the ball, as we saw here with Williams on the previous play.
Cochran got a man down the middle of the field. Hates to catch off. Picks up the 1st down and more. Down to the 2-yard line. And that is one of the backup receivers. That is P.J. Hernandez on that reception.
And this Hernandez was able to make the catch, unlike the guy on defense. 1st and goal. And I thought they were going to be handing the ball off to Freelands, but he's on the bench right now.
3-3 formation here for the defense. Handoff here to Merrill up the middle. Merrill's untouched as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard. And give him 6 more on the board, T-Roy.
Yeah, man, this game is out of hand. He went untouched, as you said. You know, Alaska, if you're a fan of the Storm, you're definitely loving what you're seeing here. A complete contrast from last week. This is like watching your favorite college football team coming back after a loss and just laying a beat down.
There's a snap for the extra point, T-Roy, and it's good right down the middle.
And Disco's loving it. Disco Inferno. For 28-3, not the start that Indy wants. This game's not over yet, but they're going to have to play their A++ game to get themselves back into this.
And here's Fudd on the kick return. And Hunter Jones is going to take it at the 1, actually at the goal line. And Hunter Jones puts on the spin move, and he's brought down at the 20-yard line. Give it to 21.
And Damon, I don't know what Hunter Jones is doing. I think he might be doing anything you can do, I can do better to Tobin kickoff return, but that hasn't happened for him. But he's consistently getting in the ball at their own 21 to start their drives. They have to score here, though.
3 wide receiver set here for the Indianapolis Spitfire. They're going to hand off here to Swearingen, and Swearingen almost breaks that tackle. And if he breaks it to you, I think he's gone.
He almost broke that tackle, but guess who stopped him, Damon? Mr. Tobin, number 21. He's everywhere today.
Yeah, Tobin has been the man for the Alaska Storm in the secondary. Three wide receiver set for the Spitfire. Swearingen in the backfield with P.D. Drew. Takes a 3-step drop, gets a little pressure, throws over the top, and that pass is intercepted once again. This time, T-Roy, it is Andrew Francis who comes away with the INT.
And this game is getting uglier and uglier. Another ill-advised for IT Drew. He thought he had his, but unfortunately for him, Francis was able to climb that ladder first and make that nice INT.
Yeah, you're throwing into coverage of one of the most dangerous secondaries in the SFL.
Alaska got a chance to add on to their lead here.
5-step drop by Cochran. Cochran's got a one-hand catch by Klein. My goodness, with 4 guys around him.
And Damon T.D. Drew must be thinking, that's unfair. I throw into triple or quadruple coverage, just getting picked. However, when Cochran throws the ball into where 4 people are surrounding his receiver, they make the catches. Well, there's a reason why the Storm are the 2-time defending champs, because their players can make plays like that.
Yikes. 1st and 10 here for the Alaska Storm. 3 wide receivers set here for Cochran. Empty back formation. And he got some man across the middle of the field. And guess who it is? It's Jeff Commode.
And one of the reasons why the Indies defense is just not doing their job, they're tired. They've been on the field way too much in this half.
And that brings us to the quick 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with time vibration. Brush heads refills for $5, refill every 3 months. Covered for life with the free shipping for life. Use the link posted in the chat. And there's a handoff. There's fumble. Indianapolis picks it up.
My God, those hits are savage.
And on that fumble recovery, T-Roy, is Ryan Wall, the backup inside linebacker. I couldn't even finish the promo for the Quip 2-minute warning.
But guess who caused the fumble, though? Johnny Bravo.
Bravo. The safety that has 1 INT for the day. He comes away with a forced fumble. That's 2 for him today.
Now, Indy needs to come away with 6 points on this 2-minute drive.
Let me finish the promo.
Yeah,
use the link posted in the chat, and your purchase will help support the SFL through our partnership with Quip. There's a dart down the middle of the field by Drew. A more wholesome clean. Quip vibrations.
And that was a clean catch by Farrell. Good job by him as the drive continues for Indy.
That was probably the best pass that we've seen from Drew today. 3 wide receivers here to the left of Drew. Drew dumps it off to the receiver, Hunter Jones. He picks up 2 yards. Clock is still running. Indianapolis is not going to call a timeout. 1 minute, 20 seconds left here in the first half, T-Roy.
Yeah, it looked like Swearingen could have had more room to roam if he would have gotten that catch instead of Jones, since he had people downfield. We'll see what happens on this play.
3 wide receivers set here for Drew. Drew throws an out route pass through. Let's see what that is. It looks like Farrell comes away with his 5th reception, but he's only picking up 2-3 yards on these passes he's throwing. That one was for 4 yards.
And you know why? Because the secondary has been on fire so far, picking off Drew at least 2 or 3 times this half. So they're trying to take what Alaska's giving them. But unfortunately, with 59 seconds left, they need to somehow get down the field ASAP.
3 wide receivers here to the left of Drew. There's a handoff here to Swearingen, and Swearingen's going to pick up 2 yards. 4th and 3. Now for Indianapolis with 49 seconds, 48. The clock is still running. They haven't called a timeout or anything. They're just going to give it back to Alaska.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked Alaska's not calling a timeout. I guess they're trying to call off the Dogs, at least for the first half, as they are content with their 25-point lead right now.
And they're going to let the clock run all the way down to 2 seconds before they kick it away. 15 seconds left on the game clock. And here's Tobin. And Tobin is hit and brought down as soon as he catches the punt. Down at the 26. 10 seconds left here in the first half. And the Alaska Storm is up 28-3.
Yeah, great half if you're an Alaska Storm fan. Indy's going to have a lot of work to do, a lot of adjustments to make during halftime in order to get themselves back in this game. But, hey, watch out for them long touchdown runs before the end of the half.
There's a handoff here to Williams up the middle of the field. Williams picks up 5. And T-Roy, that's the end of the first half, my friend. We're going into the half here with the Storm up 28-3 over the Spitfire. What are your take? What does the Spitfire have to do to get themselves back into this game? What do you suggest?
There's 2 things. You're going to see them both right here. Actually, I'm kind of shocked. Indy has has the advantage in the time possession. So the biggest thing is the INTs, the turnovers by the Spitfire. They're going to have to play a clean game in the second half. And then their defense is going to have to continue to step up and make plays like this by Bravo in order for them to get back in this game. 25 points is a lot. I think the largest comeback made was 24 by Alaska themselves last season to keep their undefeated streak alive at that point. But 25 points ain't hard to come back from. This guy play their A++ game, as we see a nice kick return by Mr. Tobin.
I totally agree with you that they got to Indianapolis. They have to get it going on the offensive end, and Drew just have to keep the turnovers down. He has 3 interceptions in the first half, and he can't afford anymore if he wants to come back this game here. And I think they need to take more shots, not towards the deep middle, but towards the deep corner of the secondary. Get some corner post routes going on, or some fade routes from those receivers that you have, and take advantage of the Alaska Storm defense that way, and not to where their strength is down the middle with those 2 safeties.
And there was also a couple plays that their running back Swearingen was open to at least get 5 or 7 yards after the catch. If TD Drew looks his way, we'll see if they do that next time they get the ball, or at least during the second half. I see another one of their picks by the Tobin this time.
And this play right here was just awesome. These great blocks by 59 and 73. And you see Merrill showing his athleticism, coming over from the wide receiver spot, taking full duties at the halfback position.
And you remember the guy who he took the starting job from?
I can't remember his name.
I do.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember the. Go ahead with it. I know when you say it, I'm going to be like, yep, that's him. I can see the guy in my vision. I can see him. I literally can.
Yeah, he wore the number 25, Mr. Stanley Nordellis.
Yep, Nordellis.
Mr. O-Reliable. He's now the backup to Robert Merrill, but Merrill's doing a good job as a running back and a receiver out of the backfield, basically doing what Nordellis has done in the previous 2 seasons.
And here we are to start the second half. And Gunther Canning, I'm sorry, not Gunther Canning, Adam Vinchik is going to kick it off to the Alaska Storm here as they take over. And as a return from the 10-yard line is Tobin, and Tobin is brought down at the 30-yard line. Sorry, I said Tobin, it's Tobin. I was thinking about Tiberius Bovine when I said that.
A great return by Tobin. And here's Indy. They've been doing a good job on defense in terms of causing turnovers. They're going to need to do that once again to give their offense some great field position. You don't want Alaska to score points on this drive.
First and 10 here for the Alaska Storm at their very own 30-yard line here. There's Cochran on a 5-yard drop, and he dumps it off here to Merrill, and Merrill's going to try to stiff on, but no, he's going to bulldoze forward and pick up 8 yards on that reception.
And as I mentioned in the first half, their running backs are at least getting 7 yards or 8 yards per catch. That's a great job by the Alaska Storm's coach, Max Paul, getting their running backs involved in the game as receivers out of the backfield. Kind of like what the Bucks did back in the day. Tampa Bay Bucks.
Looks like the same formation here for Alaska, if I'm not mistaken. There's going to be a handoff here to Williams, and Williams is going to get the first down, try to bulldoze forward.
Here's Mr. Williams here going up the gut. Great blocking by his receiver and his O-lineman. Actually, those O-linemen helped open that hole there. He is the main ball carrier in this game. He's only running back that's over positive yards here in Alaska as the ball carrier.
There's trips right here for Cochran. Cochran dumps it off here to Merrill, using him more of like a receiver out of the backfield. He picks up 6 yards on that reception. Robert Merrill doing work out of the backfield.
In this, he's basically doing what Nordellis is doing, what Nordellis has done in the previous 2 seasons, but he's just as reliable, even more reliable. That's why he got the starting position. He averaged actually 10 yards per carry last week against Baltimore.
There's a 2-step drop by Cochran. Cochran throws across the middle of the field, and look who it is. It's Jeff Camo once again, adding the stat sheet stuffer.
He's back to his productive ways. We said early in the broadcast, just 2 receptions last week. He's darn near 10 in today's game.
First and 10 here now for the Alaska Storm. Then the Twins left here for Cochran. Offset is the halfback in Merrill. Merrill gets a one-handed grab, and he picks up, almost the first down. No, he's going to be dropped 1 yard short at the 28-yard line.
And guess what? Another 8-9 yard reception by a running back. And he actually could have had more yards as number 5 made a block. He could have gotten a first down that play, but still, second and short. Should be easy for Alaska to get this first down.
Single back ace formation now for the Alaska Storm. Single back is Robert Merrill. 5-step drop here by Cochran. Cochran throws a dart across the middle of the field to Klein, and Klein picks up the first down and almost 12 yards more. First and 10 at the 18 for Klein.
And Wall thought that Merrill was going to get the ball, number 50 for the Spitfire, so he went after Merrill, which left Klein wide open to make that catch. That's what happens when everybody's contributing on your team. The defense doesn't know who to cover.
4 wide receivers, trips left here for Cochran. Play action pass. Oh, that pass was too high for Klein as it tried to go sky high for it, but he couldn't keep it in his hands.
Yeah, a little bit too high for his receiver there, who I believe he's 6'4".
Yeah, I'm not sure how many passes you can throw that's too high for a 6'4" receiver.
Unfortunately, we saw one, but nice quarterback rating by Ron Cochran so far in this game, 107.
Single back ace formation once again here for the Alaska Storm. My goodness, look at all those linemen. Throws a pass, out route pass here down to the backup tight end. That is Andrew Holmes. I think that's Holmes' 3rd reception.
I believe you're right. As we mentioned before, everybody, doesn't matter if you're a star player or you're a role player, everybody plays an important part in Alaska Storm's offense.
2-step drop by Cochran. Cochran gets pressure and he's hit as he tries to throw the ball. Brought down by 56, James Dunn, the defensive end. And Dunn had a sack earlier in the game.
Yes, he did. He had a sack earlier in the game, and he ended this drive here. We got potential field goal attempt. Let's see if Disco Fudd can remain perfect in the season. Hopefully I'm not giving him the commentator's curse here.
4th and 4 now for the Alaska Storm. They're going to have to settle for a field goal. This is going to be for a 29-yard field goal attempt, T-Roy. And there's the snap. The kick is up. And it is good right down the middle. And once again, my math didn't fail me.
I was going to be 5 yards away. I was going to guess 20. Nice kick. And we're singing again, Disco Inferno. He's 13 for 13.
Bird. Here's another look at our sponsors here for the SFL. MTVMT, Quip, and ScoreStream. ScoreStream official score updates app of the SFL. MVMT premium watches, sunglasses, and accessories. And Quip, perfect oral care delivered.
And Hunter Jones learned that he needs to just go ahead and kneel the ball, not take a hit.
Yeah, he's been bringing the ball out of the end zone way too much, deep in the end zone at that. 3 wide receiver set here for Drew. Drew takes a 3-step drop, gets a little pressure, dumps it off to his receiver, and that is to Hunter Jones.
Yeah, this is one of the first plays we've seen in a while for Indy that's over 10 yards that was completed. And that's a good start by them. We'll see if they can build some momentum and get 6 points here on this drive.
Keeps Swearingen here to the single back left formation. Going to be a handoff up the middle of the field. He's going to be hit as soon as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Picks up 1 yard. And he looked like he was brought down by Mark Myers, the inside linebacker. He came in pretty fast into the hole there.
Yeah, great hit by him, stopping him for just a 1-yard gain. We'll see what Indy does here on this play.
Nickel defense for the Storm. 5-step drop by Drew. Drew finally gets a completion down the middle of the field, and that is to Christie on a deep post.
And Demond, if you want to take any positives away for Indy in this game, is that their rookie wide receiver, Jeff Christie's been balling. I believe that's his 6th catch, wasn't it?
I believe so. I would have to check the stat sheet. And that is Christie. I think it's that is about his 6th reception. There's another handoff here to Swearingen in the middle, and Swearingen run one guy is over after picking up 7 yards on that carry. Somebody may need to go to the sideline for a concussion protocol, T-Roy.
Right. That was a monster hit by Francis there. You think that new league got some vicious hits? You haven't been paying attention to us. We're savages out here in the SFL.
Single back at Swearingen. They're going to hand it off to him again. He's going to get hit right at the line of scrimmage. And on that tackle is Alfredo Masonit. Or Masonit. Sorry about that.
A great hit by Alfredo, but was Keith Swearingen. He just went over 1,400 yards for his career in today's game.
Man, that name Alfredo make me hungry.
I know, I'm hungry too.
I go for some chicken Alfredo. And there's a pass out to the top of the sideline, and that is to Hunter Jones. Hunter comes away with that reception. Find a little opening in the defense.
And this is a great opening drive. The only problem is that clock on our bottom right side of the screen is melting away. They need to speed it up if they want to get back in this game.
1st and 10 for the Spitfire. There's a pass across the middle of the field, and that pass is completed. And I want to say that is to the tight end, Daly. I think that's Daly's 3rd reception. He had 2 in the 1st quarter. Didn't hear much of him in the 2nd and top of the 3rd.
Yeah, good catch by Daly, but I was kind of hoping that Christie was going to make that catch. He looked like he will have room to roam afterwards. But still, 7-yard gain by Indy. Good job by them.
2nd and 3 here in Anchorage, Alaska. There's going to be a handoff here to Swearingen, and Swearingen gets the 1st down and more. Out down to the 12-yard line, and Swearingen tackled by a host of Alaska Storm.
Nice run by him. And I would like number 61 to get down the field a little bit more. He is able to make that first block, but he looked like he had a chance to make a second block, but he ran to Swearingen there.
3 wide receiver set, 1st and 10 here for the Spitfire. Last time they was down here in the red zone, they had to settle for 3. Drew steps back, throws to the back of the end zone. That pass is deflected away. Mark Myers comes away with that deflection.
This is one time, so I want to credit the quarterback for making an incomplete pass. Good throw by him because nobody was able to make that play, even though Myers had a chance to. But if Drew's receiver is not going to make the catch, nobody was.
I wonder if Mark Myers is the twin brother of Michael Myers. He's not wearing the exact mask, but he has a shield guard over the mask that he is wearing. There's a pass down the middle of the field, and that pass is caught, picks up 4 yards. And that is to Farrell, who gets the Indianapolis Spitfire down to the 8-yard line.
No, I wonder if Keith Swearingen's all right. He was not on the past 2 plays. Looks like he's about to be on the field here. I would have ran it on 2nd down. But it's 3rd and 6. Alaska has to stop him here, and he can get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown, though.
There's an out route pass to Christie to the top of the field. Christie gets the 1st down to the 2-yard line. I was going to say that I agree with you. I think they should have ran the ball on 2nd down. And it would have been disaster if they would have ran it on 3rd down.
Yeah. I thought there's going to be a swing pass to Swearingen there, but Christie was able to make the catch and get the 1st downs, 1st and go. We'll see if Swearingen is going to get the ball here or TD Drew's continue to sling it.
3 wide receivers set here for Drew. Swearingen in the backfield by himself, single back formation, and Swearingen gets in for 6, crosses Hollywood Boulevard.
And you can hear the Storms fans not happy with the result. Great opening drive of the 2nd half by Indy, as they was able to march down the field and get 6. But the only problem is time's almost out. You're going to see the clock right there. They got about 13:41 left in this game to get themselves back in this game, but this was a good start.
You're absolutely correct. And to be honest with you, Indianapolis held the ball most of the 3rd quarter. Talk about time possession and turn of the table as they get on the board and picks up 6. Here's the extra point, and it is good.
And Damon, what's up with Indy having kickers with the first name Adam? The Colts have Adam.
I have no clue about what's going on with that one.
Spitfire has it. Adam Bechek, I think his name is.
Yes, Tobin is brought down to the 32-yard line. Almost spun his way out of that traffic, T-Roy.
He's definitely a good kick returner. Already returned 1 for 6 earlier that actually started the scoring for Alaska. And he's basically been averaging an Alaska kick return to the 32-yard line every kick since, giving Alaska a great field position to start their drive.
There's a handoff to Williams up the middle field. Williams runs 2 guys over and picks up 12 yards on that carry. Oh my goodness, what a run by the fullback.
And the secondary of the Spitfire is going to have to take some time in the cryo chamber after receiving punishing blows from Williams here. Number 20 was just like the fly we was talking about earlier, running into a Mack truck and getting splattered. The defensive line, the linebackers had to do a better job stopping Williams from carrying the ball.
1st and 10 here for Ron Cochran. Single back formation, throws a pass across the middle of the field. Now just the optimist climbing the climb, breaks that one-arm tackle attempt, picks up 12 out to Indianapolis 42-yard line as they cross midfield.
He's known to make breaking tackles like that, as we about to see replay here. Last week he was suffering from a cold or a flu, and he still had a monster game against Baltimore. And he's having a great game here against Alaska, even though he's not being targeted as much.
Ron Cochran's in the chat, and he's saying run the ball, beat up the clock. Well, you're the quarterback. You can audible to it. Just call for a run play. 1st and 10 here for Alaska. 7-step drop this time by Cochran. Cochran dumps it off to Merrill on the outside, picks up 2 yards on that reception before stepping out of bounds.
And Damon, that ends the streak of their running backs getting at least 7 yards or more after the catch. Just a 2-yard gain for Merrill, whose head is down, but his head shouldn't be down. He's been having a great game today.
Let's go.
That he has. He has been phenomenal in both the run and pass game. Strong eye formation once again here for Alaska. 34 defense is the Spitfire, and handoff up the middle to the fullback. He picks up 6 yards on that carry. Williams, as they call him in Alaska. But he likes to go by Jason Williams.
I know Williams gonna need to get his old lineman to help him up there, man. Where are y'all? Help your star fullback up after that carry.
Play action here once again by Cochran. Cochran throws into traffic, and that pass is, looks like it was dropped by Commode. But I'm sure that the stat sheet guy is going to give him a break. They always do.
Yeah, it looks like it was from a little bit behind Como, but Como's hands was on the ball. So you know the rules as a wide receiver, or as a football player in general. You catch, if the ball touches your hands, you must complete the catch. This is a very long field goal attempt for Disco Flood here.
That is. It's going to be a 43-yard attempt. No, I take that back. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that jump is good, T-Roy, right down the middle. My goodness, Disco Fud. Disco Fever. Disco Fever. My goodness, what a kick.
Everybody needs to move their hand up and down, Virgo. Not do that one-finger dance there. It's a party. Disco Inferno.
What a kick.
14 for 14. He earned that one. 53 yards, my God. Man, he desperately wants to match Ryan Tobin's kickoff return there, but he's been averaging, giving his team the 21-yard line each kickoff return, as far as I remember. Still decent field position, but Indy going to have 11 minutes and 39 seconds to get themselves back in this game as they trail by 24.
Here's going to be a handoff here to Swearingen. No, the play is broken up. They got to the QB before he can hand it off, and man, Drew was brought down hard by Alex Dominguez. No, it's not Alex Dominguez. That is the other defensive end, Kevin Bain.
The former Tallahassee Pride member who went to Alaska after last season. He's flexing on them. Nice stop by him.
Got a little contract extension, some extra dollars put into his pocket. Going over to Alaska. Two-step drop here by Drew. Drew throws an out route up the top of the field to Hunter Jones. And Hunter Jones comes away with the reception. Picks up 3 yards. My apologies. I take that back. It's not Hunter Jones. That is Trevor Farrell comes away with that reception. And that's the end of the third quarter, people. We're heading into the fourth quarter. The Alaska Storm are up by 24 points, 34-10, up over the Indianapolis Spitfire. Everyone put your fours up in the air.
If Indy's going to come back, it has to start right now. They need to make big plays.
3rd and 7. Here's Drew on a 5-step drop. Jumps it off here to Farrell. But Farrell steps out of bounds 1 yard before the first down. 4th and 1. Will the Spitfire go for it, T-Roy?
They have to, trailing by 24, but it looks like they're going to send their punter out. If they do, I'm not agreeing with this decision. I know that they're deep in their own territory, but they need to get themselves back in this game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're deep in their territory. I didn't expect them to go for it, being that deep, and not giving Alaska the opportunity to take advantage of that situation. We just saw Disco Foot knock down a 53-yard field goal. They're able to score from any part of the field. There's the punt. Off to Tobin, and Tobin gets the reception. The return out to the 45, 35-yard line.
Man, Tobin's desperately trying to get that punt return for TD. But he still gives Alaska good field position as they start on their own 35-yard line. This has been a total team effort by the Storm. Offense, defense, and special teams has been a factor in today's game.
There's a handoff here to Merrill, and Merrill gets skinny, picks up 9 yards on that carry, T-Roy. It's a fast little booger.
Yes, he is. He's 5'11". I believe he's 210 pounds. Decent size for a running back. He's able to get 9 yards on that carry. And now it's all about melting that clock down as they want to ice this game.
Strong guy formation on the handoff hits to Merrill once again, and Merrill falls forward after he's hit down at the line of scrimmage. Ryan Walls comes away with that tackle. That's his second of the day. 1 fumble recovery as well.
And Indy needs to hold Alaska here. It's 3rd and short. Their defense has to stop the Storm right now if they want to get themselves another chance to score.
Same formation. This time there's going to be a handoff here to Williams, and Williams bulldoze up the middle of the field. My goodness, this thunder and lightning running back core here in Alaska is awesome to see.
Yes, it is. And we got to press F for respect for number 24 of the Spitfire. He was knocked back about 4 yards after being trucked by Williams on that carry.
Here's tackle on the 1-step drop, throws a bullet down to sideline, picks up 3 yards as that pass is completed to Klein.
And to be honest with you, I'm kind of shocked that they threw the ball on that play. I thought they want to at least keep that clock burning here. We got 9:06 left in this game. I guess this one was pretty much automatic.
Trips right here for Cochran, and Cochran throws a swing pass to Merrill, and Merrill is down and stopped at the 39-yard line. Hit hard as he picks up 4 on the play. 3rd and 1.
But the important thing here is that clock is now 8:40 and counting. Alaska needs to make, Indy needs to make a stop right here. Or this game is pretty much over.
4 wide receiver set. Optimus Klein down to the bottom of the field. And there's an out route up to the top of the field, and that's to the tight end, Andrew Holmes, and that pass is incomplete. And Alaska's going to have to settle for a punt. I'm not sure they're going to try the field goal attempt. If they try this field goal attempt, this will be a 56-yard attempt, and I don't think they're going to go for that.
Why not? Oh, they ain't going to go for it. They're going to go for it, period. Try and get this first down.
They're going to bring the offense back onto the field, 4th and 1. Let's see if they just try to draw it. Oh, they're going to go for it. Handoff to Williams, and Williams gets the first down. Barely does. Get the ball across the first down line, and Alaska is going to live to run the clock down.
And this is one of the few times in the SFL where instead of trying to draw somebody off sides, they actually won.
I think I would have liked to see them go for the 56-yarder. I think I would have liked that.
Part of me is with you on that one, Damon. I would love to see that too.
And here's a handoff. No, it's a play-action pass. My goodness, they're getting me with the play-action. Not killing me, but they're getting me on the play-action is what I was trying to say. And that pass is completed to Jeff Camo up to the top of the field. He picks up the first down.
And I'm wondering if Jeff Como's either at or near 100 yards. He's having a great game today.
I agree. Como is having an absolutely phenomenal game. Take a look at the stat sheet here. Come on, here, work for me, please. He has 9 receptions for 104 yards. That's a handoff here to Williams up the middle of the field. Williams puts someone in the body bag.
Hey, help your player up. Hey.
And that is Peyton Ellis, who gets bulldozed, the rookie, free safety. Welcome to the SFL.
Exactly. We got to face punishing backs like number 34 there.
Absolutely. Single back formation. Ace, that is, for the Alaska Storm. And Cochran steps up, got the man across the middle of the field, and that is Klein. And Klein has just been working from sideline to sideline across the middle. And look at Cochran numbers. Thrown for 332 yards. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I believe so. And he's been very proficient today. And monster performance all around by this offense of the Storm.
5-step drop this time by Cochran. Throws it, got the man up to the top of the field, and that is Klein. He picks up 4.
Yeah, with these passes going, these out routes going to the sidelines here, that's basically delaying the inevitable, which is a Storm victory here. Way to bounce back after a tough loss, Alaska. And Indy's going to have to go back to the drawing board, get themselves back in their winning ways.
Three wide receiver set here for the Alaska Storm. Farm formation. Handoff up the middle of the field to Williams. And Williams gets the first. I know they're going to say a need touch before he can cross the first down line. 3rd and inches at the 2-yard line of Indianapolis. And Williams is knocking himself upside the head for that one.
Yeah, he looked like he got the first down and had a chance to get the touchdown. Could be all academic here on this play. It's 3rd and inches.
Single back pair, twins right here of Cochran. Half back to the right. There's a handoff here to Merrill, and Merrill, they're going to give him the touchdown as he stretches his arm and gets the ball over Hollywood Boulevard to give him 6 more points on the day.
And I believe that is Merrill's 2nd touchdown of today's game. Great job by him as we see the replay. See him stretching his right arm just enough to get in there. Indy could challenge it, but it's basically academic.
Yes, that is Merrill's 2nd touchdown.
Well, SFL Nation, Alaska hasn't left. They're still a dominating force.
And there's the extra point by the Storm. It's up and it's good right down the pike. And the Alaska Storm jumps up on top of the Indianapolis Spitfire, 41-10, a 31-point lead is what the Storm has right now over the Spitfire. And Disco Fudd is going to kick it back off to the Spitfire with 5 minutes and 52 seconds left on the clock. And here's Hunter Jones spin move. Oh, he spins into a crowd. He's going to be tackled by a host of Storm, and he's down at the 25-yard line.
And now Indy's going to try to build some momentum for their next game, see if their offense can march down the field, get 6 here, and call it a day.
First and 10 from the Aces, 26 yards.
People in the chat, Ashley Jackson states that you and I sound great. Thanks, Ashley, for the support. Thank you for stopping by to watching the SFL Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Here's Drew, throws a dart pass down the sideline to his wide receiver, Trevor Farrell, and he picks up 4 yards on that reception.
Yeah, out routes has been definitely there for the Spitfire. I think they only completed 1 pass down the field, and that was to their rookie, Jeff Christie, who did a great job in his rookie debut for the Spitfire.
Single back trips tight. Here now for the Indianapolis Spitfire. 1-step drop here by Drew. Drew dumps it off to Swearingen out of the backfield. There's going to be a face mask call. First MeUndies. Not MeUndies. That is MeUndies. I'm sorry. A flag on the day, and that's going to be a face mask on the defense.
On the Iceman, Mr. Ryan Davison.
We have MeUndies laundry on the field. MeUndies are the world's most comfortable underwear. Visit MeUndies.com/SimulationFL for 15% off your purchase, which will help support the SFL through our partnership. Give the gift of comfort with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Free shipping and returns, signatures, soft and stretchy. MeUndies, the world's most comfortable underwear. And looks like the Indianapolis Spitfire are running no hurry-up offense. And there's a bomb down the middle of the field, and that is Drew to Christie. And Christie is down to the 18-yard line. First and 10 for the Spitfire. They're going to run no huddle here. Let me catch my breath here for a second.
They need to keep throwing to Christie. That's the second catch down the field there.
And Drew taking 1 step, dropping. He's hit hard and brought down by Alex Dominguez as he has a face full of Alaska Storm coming at him. This time a 5-step drop here by Drew. Drew throws a post route. He overthrows his receiver. Looks like Christie was the intended receiver on that play.
Yeah, throw into triple coverage there. But TD Drew will learn from this lesson from earlier in this game that you picks it off. They have an opportunity to get this touchdown to make this a little bit more respectable game.
3rd and 13 at Alaska's 17-yard line. 4 minutes and 6 seconds left on the ticker. Here's a 5-step drop here by Drew. Drew with the big arm. Throws it in the back of the end zone, and he got the touchdown to Christie. What a play by TD Drew to Christie to get 6 more on the board for the Indianapolis Spitfire. Can you make like some airplane shooting bullets? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's faster than that.
Yeah, hear that noise like.
Yeah, that's more like it right there. World War II sounding.
So he went from singing to making airplane noises. Damon, how do you feel about that?
I love it. I love it. I'm glad I have free roam on the air.
Yes. And Christie had free room there on that play.
And here's the extra point. Alaska gets in the backfield but does not pursue to block it. Not sure if that was intentional. And the Spitfire, 17 points now in this game, down to Alaska. Do you recommend for them to go for an onside tour?
Well, they might as well. They already got momentum from that previous drive. If they get this, I like to see them go to their rookie receiver, Jeff Christie, again.
And there's the onside kick. Oh, what a big bounce. Indianapolis got it.
What
Peyton Ellison comes away with the recovery. And, man, he could have ran that back for a touchdown. But here in the SFL, on the onside kick return, when the ball is recovered, it is downed.
Man, I wish we could make a rule change there, because like you said, he could have took it to the house for 6.
That would have been bananas.
Yes, it would have. But that gives TD Drew and Jeff Christie another opportunity to get themselves acquainted here.
1st and 10 for Indianapolis, and there's a bomb. I mean, a dart across the middle of the field, and that is to Farrell. 2nd and 5. 3 minutes and 57 seconds left on the ticker, and Drew goes deep. Got Christie once more. No, it's Daly this time. And Daly comes away with a big reception down the middle of the field. And the Indianapolis Spitfire going to run no huddle once again. 4 wide receivers plus a tight end on the play. No running back. Empty formation. 1 step drop, and that is to Farrell across the middle. Hurry up offense once again here for the Spitfire. 4 wide receiver set. TD Drew calling the signal. Dime formation is the Alaska Storm. There's a pass here to Christie. Christie gets the first down and more down to the 6-yard line of Alaska.
Doing a great job marching down the field.
They're moving pretty fast, aren't they? 4 wide receivers, and the corners of Alaska is playing off. There's a pass across the middle of the field, and that pass is incomplete. I can now catch my breath, and you can speak.
That should have been a completed catch, but what happened is their old lineman play of Dan Daly there. Let's see if they're going to feed Swearingen the ball and give TD Drew's arm a break there. He's been doing a good job marching down the field.
3 wide receivers set this time for the Spitfire. The single back formation is Swearingen. Trips left. Dime formation is the defense. And Drew goes down in the backfield. Tackled and hit hard. But the defensive tackle, Gerald Thomas. Same nickel formation for the defense. 5-step drop by TD Drew. Drew is hit by Bain as he was trying to throw the ball. I take that back. That is Dominguez. They switch sides. Dominguez is normally the right defensive end, and Bain is the left defensive end. They switch sides that time. Oh, my goodness.
And Big Sexy with a nice job getting to TD Drew. It's 4th and goal. If they don't score here, Alaska can run out the clock.
4th and goal. They're going to go for it. Drew runs into center, dumps it off to Swearingen, and Swearingen couldn't get an extra block, and he's brought down by Nate Bryant, the outside linebacker for the Storm. And Alaska's going to take over on downs. And I'm pretty sure they're going to try to run this clock out, T-Roy.
Yeah, that pretty much ended the game. Looks like if TD Drew waited a little bit longer, he had 2 receivers to his right that he could have thrown to and get 6. Bad job on the field awareness by Drew, unfortunately. And see the Storm getting ready to run this clock out.
He tried to turn it back up towards the middle of the field, which is something I don't recommend. Here's a handoff here to the backup halfback, Nordellis. Was that Nordellis on the carry, or was it the backup fullback? You know, with Alaska, you just never know who they're going to have back there.
They have too many people with the number 5s on their numbers.
I think that was
Stanley. That was Stanley.
Yeah, that was Nordellis, number 25 on the carry.
He's like, hey, Robert Merrill, you've been doing a good job. Let me get some touches here just in case.
And that brings us to the 2-minute warning, the Quip 2-minute warning. Visit quip.com for more information.
And Demai, I couldn't say this because they were in hurry-up offense, but where was this production from the first half? They needed that fire that they had in the second half. Maybe Alaska was taking it easy on them.
I think Alaska took out the starters on the last 2 possessions. And there's a handoff here to Nordellis, and Nordellis bulldozed a guy over. No, that was Williams. A lot of running for no yardage gain.
Yeah, he probably ran for 5 yards, but get credit for none, unfortunately. The first time he cut outside to the right, he got met with 2 Spitfire defenders. It's now 3rd and 10. Indy has to... No, go ahead.
Trips right now for, I'm sorry, trips left for the Alaska Storm. They're going to play action here. And he's sacked and brought down for a 6-yard loss. Trying to see if that was Cochran or was it the backup quarterback, Cap Rooney, from the hit movie Any Given Sunday. And Rooney goes down.
And that was Easy Temple with his 11th sack of this season.
Looks like Cap Rooney haven't got over those back pains. The back problems he was having in the movie.
hey, man, back spasms, back problems ain't no joke.
And there's a punt by Dwayne Tutu. Oh, my goodness, what a hit. Hunter Jones, you got to call for a fair catch. Because guys like Joshua Paul is coming to lay you out.
Yeah, save your body. They're going to need you on offense, young man. We'll see if Indy can get 6 points here, make this a closer game than what it was.
Ball, empty formation, 4 wide receiver set, 7-step drop by Drew, throws a dart down the middle of the field, and that pass is caught and completed. Picks up an 8-yard play. That was to Hunter Jones, comes away with the reception. 42 nickel is the defense. They're playing up close on the wide receivers now. Dominguez to the top of the field at the DN spot. And Dominguez, Drew got a reception to Farrell. Along the sidelines, he comes away with the first down. Stepped out of bounds, and that stops the clock.
Hey, 2 completions by, I believe, both of them. Well, actually, sorry. First one was to Jones. I thought it was to Farrell. But Farrell makes that catch. They trying to get some momentum, getting ready for that next game next week.
Giving a shout out to our stats man, Avery Allen. 5-step drop by Drew. Drew throws a bomb downfield, and that pass is deflected away.
Oh, no.
Looks like Carroll on the deflection.
Great job by Evan Carroll. I was hoping that TD Drew would throw a little bit higher. Let his tall receiver and Jet Christie come away for a nice catch. Didn't happen on that play. 2nd and 10 for Indy.
Three wide receiver set here for Indianapolis. Down the middle of the field, that pass is intercepted by the Alaska Storm. And that's going to be it, folks. Alaska's going to come out of here with a W. And that is Bryant on the INT, the linebacker. How many times do you see a linebacker coming away with an interception here in the SFL? It's very rarely that you do so. And his back was to the quarterback, P-Roy.
Yes, it was. But somehow he's able to turn around and make that INT probably the easiest interception he will ever have in his career. I think the last time we saw a linebacker make an INT, it was a Qantas Shine of Atlanta who took it to the house. That actually made the top 10 plays for that week.
That did. And T-Roy, it's your favorite formation here in the SFL.
The victory formation.
And Cochran's going to take a knee. Well, Rooney is going to take a knee. And the Spitfire called their last and final timeout.
Yeah, great job by Alaska. I guess one lesson we have learned here in the SFL, well, 2 of them. 1, don't count out the storm. And 2, you don't want to be the team that faces the storm after a loss. Whew.
2nd and 12, take another knee.
Oh, 91. Oh, my God.
What's going on?
Where's the ref? I guess they didn't care. It's like, hey, this game's almost over. Let them do that.
My goodness.
Wow. That should make the top 10 plays. That scrum there.
That almost reminds me of the coach from Rutgers, who also ended up becoming coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Anytime a team would do this, he would have his D-line just fire out at the knees of the offensive lineman and just call a big chaos. And it's like, they had to get rid of that dude, man. You're trying to get get some people hurt.
Was that Dirk Cutter? Was that the guy's name?
I can't remember his name, but I know he was coaching at Rutgers, And they did it. Rutgers did it a few times. This is when Rice, the running back, Ray Rice was a running back for Rutgers at the time, and then he ended up becoming head coach of Tampa Bay, some years later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he used to have his D lineman do that. Come on, dude. That's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
And there it is, people. The Alaska Storm comes out of here with the W, 41-17, up over the Indianapolis Spitfire. And what a game it was, T-Roy. Here's our post-game show presented by 2K Sports. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music. And T-Roy, what did you think was the big take of the game, and how did Alaska come away with this victory?
Well, that number at the bottom of the team comparison stat sheet was 4 turnovers. That was the difference. Those 4 turnovers by T.D. Drew unfortunately stopped potential scores for the Spitfire. You saw what happens once they actually caught on fire in the end of near the fourth quarter. As they got Jeff Christie the ball, he was able to take it to the house. They needed that throughout the whole game. That was the difference, those turnovers.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It has to be the turnovers, and alongside that, it has to be that Alaska played great defense as well by forcing Indianapolis to punt the ball a whole lot more than what the Spitfire may have wanted to. They really didn't get the run game going, as we stated earlier in the broadcast, that they basically stopped running the ball in the second and at the top of the third quarter. They didn't start running until, middle of the third quarter or so, when they really started back to run the ball and get things going in the run game. And it was just way too late when they started to, get things going with targets downfield. It was way too late. The game was basically out of hand, or out of reach, shall I say, at that time. But those 4 turnovers, the 4 interceptions by Drew. Was it 4 or 3? I think it was 3 interceptions Drew had, and then there was a forced fumble by Alaska that they recovered as well.
Right. But yeah, as she said, once they had those couple of turnovers in the first half, that actually influenced Indy's decision making, which they actually just gone away with the running game and just devoted themselves to passing the ball. You definitely don't want to be one-dimensional against Alaska.
Absolutely. And there's the play of the game. Robert Merrill, 5 attempts, 8 yards, 2 touchdowns, 85 receiving yards out of the backfield.
He may be a running back. He's still a receiver at heart. And as you can see there, 85 yards ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Well, hey, everybody. I'd like to thank you all for watching the SFL presented by APM Music. I was your play-by-play commentator today, and he is
T-Roy Gaines.
Thank you all for coming along, and you all take care and have a good night. T-Roy.
Take care, SFL Nation. See you next time.
Peace. We are out.